Turn on your screens, let the magic unfold. Listening and healing as stories are told. Come one, come all, this is your time. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. Inner Circle podcast where hearts unite. Sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. With laughter and love, we break down the walls. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Entertainment Monday on the Inner Circle podcast. Man, it's Monday, November 3rd. 2 more months is month of gratitude. And tonight on this segment, Entertainment Monday, is November vibes, entertainment culture, and what's hot this month. So I'm your host, Ip Kamara. I'm here with my regular co-host, Miss B. We have not done this segment for a minute, but welcome, Miss B.
Good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Miss B. And as you can see, my co-host here, he was not paying attention, but I was working on our TikTok dance challenge for this theme song. So it's coming soon.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a nice one right there. That's a nice one right there. Well, folks, welcome to Welcome to Entertainment Monday. You can follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on X, Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, man. There's a growing community. Join us, things like that, and join this movement. But Miss B, before we get into things, how was your weekend? I can see you already, maybe the weekend party already going on. So you practicing TikTok move for for our team song. So, but how was your weekend?
The weekend was nice. Some engaging things happened or interesting things happened. It wasn't some spooky, scary, but interesting things happened. So we're 16 now. Halloween looks different. So apparently we go to scary escape rooms with our friends. And so I didn't realize we had organized a whole teen night hangout at our house. We did not know that was happening. Had an interesting way of having this plan come to fruition without us really processing what was happening. At the end of the day, I just got, mommy, can I go to the escape room on Halloween night with my friends? Okay. Mommy, can we get me a costume? Okay. Go look for the costume. It's a specific costume. Okay. And mommy, can my friends come over to the house and you drop all of us off to the escape room? I'm like, okay. Everything is okay.
Yeah.
But the disguise was after the escape room, which activity was only for an hour. It was to come back to the house and hang out. And apparently, dad got his instructions and mom got her instructions. So dad the night before was buying snacks and juice for this party, but not understanding they were buying snacks and juice.
That's a good one.
Dad was buying snacks and juice and stuff under the disguise that when they get dropped over. And I was like, why are they getting dropped off so early? But when they get dropped over, that they would snack a little bit before going to the escape room. No, that was for the after party after the escape.
That was a prelude.
Yes. At the end of the day, a group of 4 teenagers celebrated Halloween at my house, had their own little Halloween party at my house. And I ended up paying for Wingstop for dinner. Again, none of this stuff we were all given different information about different things.
Yeah.
Um,
You know.
but the most fun part about it, I went trick or treating with my niece. In the midst of all of this, I went trick or treating with my niece, and I had fun with her, and was very interested because you see the difference between 10-year-old planning and 16-year-old planning. The 10-year-old didn't plan for her friend to get dropped off to the house with her, so she would have a partner to go trick or treating. In the midst of the picking up and dropping off people, she thought it would be a good idea to implement her friend getting picked up. But it didn't work like that for the friend and the parents and all those people. I heard a lot of complaining on Friday night. And so I told her, I said, you know what though? I have fun with you like I always do. She said, I have fun with you too, Auntie Denise. She said, but next year we gotta do better planning. I said, yeah, next year we gotta do better planning. And so that was pretty much my weekend. After that, there was no room on Saturday or Sunday to do anything extra, which I felt bad because my husband had his own plans for Saturday. It's called Acute Infections. So it's like this comedy skit thing, but it was jazz music, a really adult, nice event. He
Mhm.
wanted us to go to on Saturday night. Unfortunately, but it would have been a great. It was sold out. A great event. A lot of couples are out that night. Out
Mhm.
Saturday night, and so they kind of get your in the crowd, the audience involved in the skits and stuff that are happening. It's called Acute Infections, and they go from state to state all
Okay.
over, yeah, doing this
Okay.
jazz thing. So hopefully some folks got to check that out Saturday night. But the best planner this weekend was the 16-year-old. Other people, everybody else, their plans was not as tight.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 Well, that's a good one. For my weekend, actually not much. I didn't have to do trick or treating as you said. Right? I still go. I'm even surprised. My 14-year-old was not invited to 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 the other party because for her, she's sometimes like you wonder, okay, what's your plan? Do you want to do for the last 2 years? She have not done how to win. Why? I guess she's growing up, right? It's like she's getting into that teenage years where in that she just want to do her own thing. So she didn't do any trick or treating, no costume, no nothing. So they said the little one, was hanging out with her auntie. So so I got out of there. But then as her dad, she wanted to go to the movie, right? It's like also I wanted to do two of them. Again, the older one said she didn't want to go to the movie. I said, well, so when I asked her which movie you want to go to, she asked the older one, oh, dad said we should pick a movie to go to. He said, that's not me. It's not about me. Dad said you should pick a movie because I'm not going with you guys. So anyway, so anyway, at the end of the day, right? The little one wanted us to have a daddy and daughter date night. It didn't happen, and I owe her one on that. Daddy dropped the ball on that. I was helping my friend move on Saturday,
Oh,
mm,
she was looking
and then
forward to that.
yeah, and then Sunday, I had a meeting, so didn't do much. But I promised her a movie is coming up for she. We got to do a movie. She's craving that daddy daughter date night, so we
So
have
you
to do
guys are
that.
the reason why the box office was not successful this weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because y'all did not show up.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
definitely. As I said, scary movie is not my thing. So, but anyways, I helped a friend move this weekend, and other than that, nothing else. Just you know, could have gone to the movie, didn't go. I know there's a lot happening this time of the year. A lot be happening and stuff like that. But especially this going weekend, man, there was a lot of stuff for the kids. Maybe I could have done better as that, but yeah, the my 14-year-old, as I said, right, she just don't want to do anything. The only thing she want to do with her friends now in high school, right, is that she got her buddies in high school. They want to do their own stuff. She don't want to be bothered. I guess she don't want to be
All the
bothered with us.
activities has to be done with them. Yes. If it's
Yeah,
not them, they don't
so
want to do anything.
so I guess when they are young, right, have your moments with them because there will come a time they don't want to be bothered
Yep.
with you, right? They don't
Yep.
want to be bothered with you. So I'm glad I'm still enjoying my little one. So, but that was my weekend. Nothing eventful. I didn't do the trick or treating because that responsibility went to the auntie. So
Did you get rid of all that candy?
I didn't even know what they did with it though. To God, I don't know. It's like I need to ask her after this. After this, I need to ask her what happened to the candy. I need to ask her what happened to the candy. But
I hope she didn't eat all that candy.
no, I don't think she did. I don't think she did.
Like
Yeah,
all of
I
this
don't
is
think she did.
just like she's like, my bag is almost full. Let's go home now because the candy at home, the rest is gonna be for me. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of candy. What are
But
you
here's
gonna
the
do
thing though,
with
she didn't meet any candy home because actually, right, my neighborhood was very, very busy.
it? Yeah,
My neighborhood was very, very busy. Where
that's
the
good.
kids kept coming through. My candy ran out. That was the fun part of it, right? Is that my kids. I mean, it's like I bought some candy. So like everything is like the last kids that came, right? They were not lucky because it's like there was like nothing left, right? Yeah, it's like so my neighborhood was very busy, right? The kids and the parents were ready into it. They were out there in full force, getting their candy, trick or treating. Some kids for their very first time, other older ones, came by themselves. So it was fun. It was fun. It's always as I said, when we
You
did
could
that
tell which
segment.
you could tell which neighborhoods was not experiencing the snap loss the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, how these people got all this money to still be supplying all this candy today? They didn't know tomorrow is a snap loss, and I was like, oh, I'm not in that community right now.
Oh man. Yeah, so that was that. That was that. But that's that. Before we get into the segment itself, man, tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's election day. Yeah.
Mhm.
Minneapolis has a
A
mirror
major
election.
race,
Major,
major
major mirror election. New York City has one. New Jersey has a governor race going on. Virginia has a governor race going on. There are a lot of local races going on everywhere. So whether you into politics or you're not into politics, especially these mayor or these city council election, pay attention to them. They don't want to raise your bill, your rent, your water bill, your rent, your water bill, your light bill.
exactly.
But I wear it's like renters don't think they pay property tax. You're not paying property tax, you're paying it indirectly because they
Yeah,
they, they charge your
your rent
landlord.
goes up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's like and your landlord pass it down to you. So pay attention, right? If you are and for Minnesota, you can do same day registration. You can do same day
yeah,
registration to vote. Others I don't know about other states, I don't know about like New Jersey, I don't know about New York. Obviously New York own band, is like it's been hot. It's been like everyone been talking about it. The same way in New Jersey, it's a governor race. Virginia, same thing. So that are local elections going on. California has an election going on, but just about one proposition 50. So if you are in any of these states, wherever, I mean, in America, sometimes it's not only some of the local races be going on, we don't know about them. But if you are in any of these states, I said Minnesota, it's same day registration. So please, please get out there tomorrow and
you
vote.
need is your ID and a bill. And a bill can be anything. It could be a cell phone bill, anything that has the address of where you live at,
Mm.
and it can be considered a valid voter registration thing, same day voter registration.
Yeah, so folks, please, please go vote. Go and vote. And then second, I know we had a segment on here about Snap last week. Now that the benefit has gone away, obviously, I think that the administration they are going to partially
One
fund
more
it.
thing about voting before we
Go,
go
go,
on
go
to
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
please vote. Do not think, oh, your friend doesn't need your vote. Every vote counts. What we've noticed here especially in the northwest suburbs, people win mayoral races by one vote.
Mhm.
So tomorrow, if you're voting for Jacob, go and vote. If you're voting for Omar, go and vote because it's going to be a very tight race in Minneapolis. And it will, and don't be that one, be like, oh man, I'm that vote they could have had, right?
Mhm.
I managed before I managed his campaign, he lost by 5 votes. Five
Mm.
votes. And then, of course, the following year he won by thousands, hundreds and hundreds of votes, but he lost by 5 votes. So it can be very close. People, please get up and go and vote tomorrow.
Definitely, definitely go and vote wherever you are. It's not only Minnesota, right? It's like I think everywhere in this country, it's like America. Almost every year is election year because there are local races, there are commissioner races, and these county commissions. Don't overlook them. They can be making some major decisions, major, major, major decisions. So research, go and vote, and let your voice be heard. Right? Let your vote count.
And
Be said.
and
Every vote matters.
and FYI for
Yeah.
2026, look
Mhm.
for the low hanging seat that nobody cares to run for. Like you will be amazed. Like there's a water and sewer commission, or somebody
or you
who
can.
does not even care to run for the seat and stays open. So you'd be surprised. There's some open seats that people don't run for that is in your city. So if you want to get your feet wet, look out for those. Research what
And,
seats are open.
and you're right though, right? You're right. When you go
Yeah.
and vote, most of these races where it's only one person on the ballot. You say,
Yep.
okay, what's going on here? Only be one person on the ballot. Most of the races, right? Especially
Yep.
like last year, like I mean, the ballot, American ballot paper is so huge, right? Is that because you have all the local, you have the presidential, you have the, I mean, senator and representative, right? U.S. senator and
Mhm.
representative, and then you have the state, the state senator and representatives. And then from there, the city mayors, the commissioners, and some of these, as you come down the list, only one person.
Yeah.
Only one person you want to, okay. So like no choice there. Just say, okay, there you go. There you go.
'Cause Bobby Joe decides he wants to have a political career. He wants to go run for that seat that nobody pays attention to. So he's the one person there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, that's an interesting part, right? It's like so for those of you immigrants out there who want to get your feet wet with politics, who want to experience American politics, who have political ambition. Sometimes I've always said on this segment, we focus too much on politics back home that we forget it here. But this is where the major decisions are. So get your feet wet here. Maybe even when you gain some political experience here, you can take it back home, right?
Yep.
And have a major, you can take on your resume and say, hey man, I ran, I was involved in politics, in the U.S.
Yep.
I mean, look at my resume, right, and things like that. So don't take the things for granted.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Definitely, yeah. And then as I was saying, right, SNAP for those SNAP beneficiaries, I read today the administration is going to partially fund it, I think, but don't expect, the full payment, and it might not be so soon. So there are a lot of, call out there today. If you can help, donate to food banks, donate to food pantries around the state, around the country, help your fellow. It's 42 million folks, affected by this thing. So help your fellow Americans, help your neighbors.
So if to me, I'm kind of worried because if this was not, if this did not provoke fear enough or cause people, humanity to come out to end this shutdown, if we find a way to problem solve this, what is to say the shutdown does not continue long into next year?
No, I hear that they are working on a solution because the longer it drags on, right, it's going to not only affect SNAP, it's going to now affect food travel, air travel, right? Because obviously November, right, is the holiday season is here. Okay, the holiday season is here. Folks are going to start traveling. Thanksgiving, like it or not, Thanksgiving is about 2-3 weeks away. Folks are going
Mind
to be
you,
traveling.
mind you, the 2018 shutdown happened during the holidays too, and went for the longest ever. So
Well, that was
uh,
35 days. I think we're already gone to 30. We have, I think it
we
has
are past
surpassed
the
that.
35 days now.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, we're hoping holiday, and it shouldn't even be about the holiday and businesses being impacted, because the reality is food stamps is it supersedes holidays and business being impacted. That
mhm.
alone in itself should be a reason why we should have worked quickly to open back the country by now, and still shouldn't be in a shutdown. So I'm excited, or I'm happy that food stamps is getting maybe some dollars, or but like we're saying some. We don't know when, and we don't even know how much.
Yeah.
So
So
a
half of
family
it is
making 1,500. When you say half of it, does that
seven
mean
seven
uh
fifty.
750? And does it mean that every state is now going to get some, right?
Every state will get some, but what I read today, right? Not every state has the same system. Not every state, like some of these states have like 1950 system they are still administering.
Exactly.
So
I'm just thinking
yeah,
Mississippi. I'm just thinking the South. I swear, that was the first place that came to mind was
yeah.
Mississippi.
Why you
And I'm
be why
just
you be
like,
why you be hitting on the South? Why you be hitting on the poorest state in the union? Don't hit on Mississippi, man. It's the poorest state in the union, but hey,
and it shouldn't
yeah,
be. And it
yeah.
really shouldn't be. Really, it shouldn't be. That's a shame. Those are the most greediest, wealthy people. Let's just call them that. The wealthy people in Mississippi are the most greediest human beings on this earth. The
Have you
fact
been
that
there? Have you been there?
I have, and
Mm,
honestly, my sister-in-law is out there, and I had the best time ever hanging out with
Okay.
her. She made it so fun, right? I would have
Mhm.
never dreamed of ever going to that place, but because she lived there, we went to visit last year, had
Okay.
a blast with her. And so it's so much opportunity, honestly. The land, so much land. I know you don't believe in real estate and stuff, but to forget about buying a house, like there's so much land in Mississippi for
But
sale.
because no one wants to move there, right? It's like, what are you? If you say
Exactly.
that,
But then
it's
land,
a,
and I'm like, okay, Amazon, like, why are you trying to overpopulate a state like us with your data centers? Go take your data centers to Mississippi.
no,
Go
they
take
don't.
your
They don't.
take
No
go
one.
take
No.
your,
No one want to move there. Companies don't want to go there. So that's what make it the poorest state, right? Is that because they don't have enough
there's
tax.
money there. Land is king. There's money in
Mm.
Mississippi. Don't let them fool you.
Well, I'm not saying there's not money, right? You got to have people to have money, and the people that they're already poor. So why you want to go jump poor people?
No, but no, those are poor people that own land. Some people here only got apartment. All the poor people in Mississippi got land.
Okay, okay,
So
maybe
they shouldn't
maybe
look
yeah.
at themselves from a deficit. They need to look at themselves from, how much asset they have. And let's think about how do we capitalize on there. Like my sister-in-law owns her land, she owns her home in
Wow,
Mississippi. Yeah.
wow,
You know,
wow.
they were
Well,
they were able to show me where two generations live and it's still in
mm,
the family. Yeah, one of their eldest great grand aunts could talk
mm-hmm,
about their mom and their dad upbringing and what was happening, right?
mm-hmm.
God bless her. Old lady, but she's still going strong. Last year I met her. Real gem. Owns her house, owns her land. Oh my God. And it's huge. So that's one thing I have to say. The poor people in Mississippi got land.
So okay, tonight Miss B is promoting, only on the Cycle podcast, Miss B is promoting the state of Mississippi. So folks, if you've been in this country, you're not even here about Mississippi before, right? Miss B is promoting Mississippi tonight. Go check it out.
Go check.
Visit and see. Maybe you might be impressed, right? And want to purchase a land because I think land might become gold or diamond, right? Because the way things are going in this country, right? Population is growing. I know right now they deporting all the immigrants, but after that, immigrants are going to start coming back again, and then maybe who knows, right? So
But
go.
check out this though, you can get deported, but still own your property there that you have. You
Oh
and your
yeah, that one.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's one
yeah.
thing about America people. So you own property here, it's still yours, whether you get deported or not. So maybe in the midst, if so, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I'm giving you a gem tonight. If you are undocumented and deportation might be a thing, have no fear. Make sure you record your business because you can live in Liberia and own a business here in America
And still
legitimately
collect and still collect your bread. Yeah,
and still
still
collect
collect
your
your,
proceeds. So
yeah.
go and register an entity. Put your stuff underneath that entity. I'm telling you this, and you can go home, be deported, and still be collecting your resources.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay, folks, that's that
I mean, I would
election.
never down that road, but
That's that election and snap in Mississippi. So if you haven't, visit Mississippi, right? It's like I know the tourism department in Mississippi will greatly appreciate Miss B tonight for for promoting their state. So only on the Inner Cycle podcast, folks. So visit. Now, man, back to the November vibes, entertainment, culture, what's hot this month. Obviously, we all know November is Thanksgiving, it's a month of gratitude. But
mhm.
beyond that, beyond the Thanksgiving holiday, what do you know? Like, is that like what should folks look forward to like this November? I know it's Thanksgiving, people be traveling to family.
Burna Boy is gonna be here this month.
Okay, yeah, it's
Uh,
28th, right? November 28th.
yeah,
Is
so
that like the day after Thanksgiving, though? Black Friday?
no,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Yeah, it is Black Friday.
It's Black Friday.
So
It's
no
Black.
Black Friday, no Black Friday shopping.
Well, you can go do your shopping because the
No,
countries at
no,
night.
no.
Why
People
not?
have to conserve their funds. Like the
Oh,
government is
okay.
shut down right now. Funds are limited, so you're not gonna feed anybody. You're not buying no Christmas gift, but you're gonna go to the Burna Boy concert.
Okay,
Watch,
okay.
watch that place be packed, Abraham. You know,
Oh no, I mean he's one of the global superstars, right? When I mean he's one of the dude that's really putting Afrobeats on the map. So I can imagine, right? It's like when I went to the what's his name? The Davido concert, there's a Nigerian dude that I met. He said like Burna Boy actually performs better than Davido. I said, "Are you killing me?" He said,
Mm,
"Yes." I said, "Whoa." And I mean,
mm.
that was his, personal opinion, though, right? So I think that folks might, might show up to Burna, but I don't know for sure, but I think I don't know whether he's gonna pull it off compared to the video, though, right? Because, but who knows?
I don't know. I know that's I we should get together and get a booth. Let's buy a booth and see if he does perform better than DeVito. It's like yeah, I can't stand on that floor. I don't know how to stay on that floor. I have to get a
Okay.
booth. And so
I like to party with a good Miss B. I like
uh
to be in the crowd. I like to be in the crowd, right? You never know what happens in those crowds. So I like to be in the crowd,
oh,
you
ask
know.
about what was happening in the crowd. I have my photo. I'm gonna use that photo for when it's a real emergency.
You know, you never know what be happening in those crowds. So
Up
I like
and
to
close. I make sure I zoomed in.
be I like to be in those crowds. I don't like to be in VIP. VIP is not my thing when it comes to those kind of events, right? Concert
And
and
I
stuff.
would just say it was a double date night. It was not, yeah, yeah. I didn't even know. I didn't even know my co-host could do double date. I didn't even know my co-host could go on date before I was saying
Uh,
double date.
oh,
So
whoa. Whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa,
I'm
whoa.
keeping that picture. I'm
Yeah,
keeping the picture in the vault.
okay, okay,
Major
but
emergency. We're
yeah,
talking nuclear war weapon type emergency.
okay. Okay, but anyways, November 28th, day after Thanksgiving, actually. So that's a long weekend, right? Burna Boy is gonna be in town, Minneapolis. He's gonna be at the Armory again. He's gonna be at the
Yes.
Armory, you
He's gonna
know.
be at the Armory again. I mean, he was here the last time he was in town. He was at the Armory. So
Okay.
he likes the Armory, and so he's gonna be here again. I missed him the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, will go see him this month while he's out here. I mean, that's pretty much Thanksgiving. We got some Friendsgiving events happening. So Friendsgiving is, because Thanksgiving people like to be with immediate family and intimate with other
Mm-hmm.
family, or maybe they have big families and they're
Mm-hmm.
already hopping around. But people like to have Friendsgiving where you extend the Thanksgiving holiday beyond just your immediate family, and you do that on a separate day
Okay.
um, called Friendsgiving. So some people will be having some Friendsgiving events and inviting people. People wanted me to throw one this year, but I'm like, I'm not up to entertain. I might do an ugly Christmas sweater party.
That's your thing every year. I mean, don't you do that every year though? Don't you
The
do that?
ugly Christmas sweater party, yeah. I
Yeah.
might do it this year. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm already, even though I'm not sure, I'm already thinking of some cocktails, mixes that I'm going to put together. That's my thing. I like to make different cocktails when I host
Mm-hmm.
for that. But yeah, before we get to Christmas, Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm excited. My best friend's going to be in town. She's a really
Okay.
good cook. So she's going to be cooking.
So you
Um,
hosting? So you hosting this year?
I'm
Is
not
that what
hosting.
it is?
I'm not
Okay.
hosting.
So
I'm
where
I'm
is you?
hopping around for Thanksgiving.
Okay, but your best friend's gonna be in town. How is gonna be cooking? Why you not
I'm gonna
hosting?
be cooking at her mom's house.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
her
okay.
mom, yeah, she's from Minnesota. She moved to Atlanta, and so she's gonna be cooking at her mom's. And mind you, I just saw her in October, but I can never get enough of my besties. I love them.
Mhm.
But she'll be in town for Thanksgiving. She'll be cooking at her mom's house. And she's African American, which is great. So that way, my husband gets to eat African American food because his mom passed away, and then the one sister that used to do the traditional cooking, she moved to Arizona, so he kind of be missing out following me to these African people homes where they got pan butter, pasta, yeah. On Thanksgiving Day, it's not
When
the
he want,
Thanksgiving food.
when he want to eat his cabbage, and
Yeah, yeah,
cornbread,
his collard
and, and
greens.
some soul
Yeah,
food.
his candy yams, his baked mac and cheese.
Oh boy.
Yeah, his sweet potato pie,
Oh
apple
man.
pie. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
peach cobbler, bread pudding. Those are the things
Mm-hmm.
my mother-in-law she used to make every one of her kids' favorite dessert. So just imagine the dessert table used to be lined up on
Wow,
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
wow,
And
wow,
so he
wow.
gets to go with me to my African American best friend's house, eat his stomach full of his soul food. Then we'll go to my sister's house where we'll have all the African food because she's hosting Thanksgiving this year. And then last time we hopped around to three different homes, but this year we're just gonna do two.
True. Okay. The
Yeah.
African American and
And
an
the African
African home.
will be
Okay.
good.
Okay, that's good. You go eat a soul food and then you go to African food.
Yeah.
That's
So,
that's
and
good.
then
So
the
yeah.
African food that they took away.
The African food become the
But
takeaway. That's good.
yeah, that
That's
would
good.
get it to
But
gold plate and everything.
here's the
What
thing
you
though,
doing
right?
for Thanksgiving?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking, should I take the
Traveling.
kids? Yeah, like I'm thinking like, should I take the kids somewhere warm? We don't think here's the thing, right? We don't want to do it Thanksgiving or Christmas. I want to like one of these holidays. Want to spend it out. Just go somewhere warm. Or be in a hotel, right? Don't have to battle too many stuff, right? Just spend in
Let's
a
do
hotel.
Christmas. Let's do
Yeah.
Christmas.
Okay.
Florida. Christmas in Florida.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, right? That's what I was thinking. Christmas in Florida. With them, that I don't like that. I don't have to battle decorating. I don't have to. I don't have to.
I will check with my vacation because actually they just called me today. I said, but how come these people will be rushing me to go be at my own vacation home thing? So I will see what the options are, where we can go, how big of a room we can get. But knowing them, they will tell me, say I can't do it on Christmas. But you know what? Yeah, that's why I be
Check
getting
it out.
upset.
Anything, let me know. Check it out.
I
But
will
that's what I
let
was
you know.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. So if we say Christmas, if we got an agreement Christmas, yeah, then let's do that.
But we
But
did do Vegas for Thanksgiving last year. I just realized that. Yeah, it went by so
yeah,
fast. Yeah, last
that's
year.
it. It'd be fun though. It'd be fun,
Yeah,
right? When
we
you
had
take them
fun.
away for the holidays, you might not spend more. You might not have more pressure to do X, Y, Z. It's laid
Yeah.
back and stuff like that. Everybody in a hotel. It's quiet everywhere, so
Yes. The
there's not
kids
much.
keep asking me to go back to Vegas. Vegas was fun. And we
Really?
had our penthouse. What? We're on
Okay.
the 30th floor.
Okay, yeah. So maybe you guys got to redo that,
We
right?
have views
Yeah.
for days. So yeah. Oh, but yeah, it was expensive though. Wow, we're in Vegas for 4 days, 5 days.
Anytime you travel with those kiddos, it's an expensive adventure.
Yeah,
But
but
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about for them this year. I have not told them yet though. But here is when they watch the podcast, they might say, "Oh, Daddy is spending something for us." But
I know, right? I know, right? But yeah, folks, Vegas is nice in on Thanksgiving, so don't think there won't be anything to do. I know there's always something to do, but it was a lot of family friendly
yeah,
things that we did that I was
mm-hmm.
surprised I'd never done before. So and I was
Really?
surprised, right? Yeah. So
Okay, okay,
um
okay.
the Jabberwockies thing was really good. The Renaissance thing, whatever, we got to see real knights and you know fighting and all those things. And then they had a whole 5-course meal at that event. But
Oh wow.
of course, it's those people cooking so that I ate that.
Yeah. Well, but sometimes though, right?
Yeah,
It's like, okay, I'm glad this year, you're doing your soul food and your African food thing. But sometimes just go to get away on
yeah,
those holidays. I
it is.
think it's less pressure when you do
Let's,
that, right? Less pressure.
oh, we ate the world's most expensive burger.
Okay, I know who was craving that. The most expensive person in the family. I know who was
But
craving that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
$50 for a burger.
Oh, whoa, man, man. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so
So
yeah,
yeah,
Vegas is
so
pretty fun. So maybe
yeah.
we should try Florida, Orlando. In December is really nice. You're gonna guarantee. I know for one thing is two places I know will always be hot because Miami you might get your little cold breeze. Is gonna be Arizona and Florida will consistently always be hot. The weather there never disappoints me when I fly either one of those places in December. Christmas.
Especially Orlando, though. I agree with
Yeah,
you on that. Orlando,
yeah.
when they're late, a couple of years ago, the weather was hot. It was humid. You actually enjoy it. I was telling myself, I said, maybe that's how kind that talking to me. I said, you know what? Instead of being cold, Minnesota had to bundle up to go to a Thanksgiving dinner or to go to a Christmas dinner. Why not come to Orlando and just relax in a hotel while the kids do their thing? So
Oh yeah, yeah. If we
yeah.
don't travel this year, it will be the first. No, last year was the first Christmas in a while that we haven't traveled. And the reason why Sasha said she don't like to travel for Christmas, she says because she don't feel she gets as much gifts.
But that's the whole point, right? Like,
No,
if you
no,
go, if you,
the trip is not a gift.
oh,
It's,
like, well, me
you
too.
know, they're so spoiled. It's a given to them. A trip is
Yeah,
a given to them these days, right? Now they're
yeah,
going international starting next year. But
yeah,
you would
yeah,
think the trip was the gift. No, Sister said
exactly.
She don't want to travel around Christmas because she doesn't get the same amount of gifts.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. But obviously, right? For me, Thanksgiving is the best time of the year for me, right? It's my best Saturday, and the reason for that, it's a month of gratitude, and then the whole Thanksgiving thing is, you look back at everything maybe you have achieved or not achieved, but yet still you have life. Things that still you're still able to pay your rent, you're healthy. Just to be grateful, have that gratitude for everything you have accomplished, things that you are still going on. So it's my favorite holiday. Among all the holidays, I'm not a Christmas type of person. So Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. And mashed potato and gravy too, right? I love mashed potato and gravy.
Oh my
That's my
God.
favorite. That's my favorite American food.
The most
Mashed,
sad food. You're gonna get a lot of that when you old. That's all they're gonna want to give you when you old. And hey, you won't be enjoying that in your young days. No, no, no.
uh, mashed
Please.
potato and gravy and turkey
No,
or ham. Mashed potato
no.
gravy, turkey or ham. A
Oh
nice gravy
my
though.
gosh. You're
Yeah.
guaranteed to get that in the assisted living.
But who
So
says I'm gonna go to assisted living? I'm gonna.
those kids that you have, they are not taking care of you.
Hey,
I'm
I'm telling
sorry.
you, I've told them before they take me to assisted living, right? I'm gonna be somewhere else, somewhere in the Bahamas or in the Caribbean, nice and warm, sitting, that's like doing my thing. Or who knows, maybe somewhere back in LIB or Sierra Leone and stuff like that, sitting there doing my thing. Either the Caribbean, I would have got my retirement plan. They're not gonna put me
Please
in a nursing
organize
home.
your retirement plan well, yeah. And put in there strict instructions.
I would have got my retirement
Uncle
plan.
Chris,
So,
you can't speak for yourself. You will
mm,
please out your strict instruction because don't you? Daddy
American
want us to do what? This is gonna cost how much? No, 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 no.
Yeah, American children. First of all, the moment at the first place, the first thing is that's the first place they want to pull you. Hey, no one gonna pull me in a sister or nursing home, folks. I would have got my retirement plan. Thank God the Caribbean is not far from here, and it's not that expensive. I mean, it's expensive if you are tourist, but if you go live there, it's a whole different ball game.
No.
If you live in there, if you
See, my real estate said, let's buy our Caribbean home
yeah,
ahead of time. Buy vacation property ahead of time. So it's
that,
cheaper now, and then you wait
that
for
makes
retirement
that
to
makes
buy it. It will be tough.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, right? That makes sense.
In the next 5 years, let's plan to
Hmm.
buy. I saw what's her name from Love and Hip Hop, Rashida,
Hmm.
and they were showing their vacation home in the Bahamas. Looks so beautiful. Ocean view home. And it wasn't like this fabulous thing, mini mansion, but it's a pretty big home. And what they're doing is they're fixing it up themselves. So I
Oh,
can just
really?
imagine how much cheaper
Yeah.
you're able to buy it. And then invest into it little by little. Like they've had it for 3 years now. I think this year is where they really started doing some of the major renovations. But I see a lot of every now and then when I get occasional how I end up on HGTV, I don't even know because I'm not an HGTV person. But then
But
I'll end
you,
up
but,
watching.
but yeah, in a real estate though, right? When you in real estate, you have to.
Exactly. I'll
Yeah.
end up watching. The one I like the most is the people who go and buy property in like Mexico and stuff like that. And so when I'm watching, I see there's a lot of stuff out of the country that's really cheap, bro. No,
It is.
no
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
a lot of those countries too, especially the European ones, they're really looking to grow their population. You guys
Yeah.
look at countries that have a very old population, the real estate is way cheaper than us here. Like you say, Mexico, Costa Rica, all those places are their real estate is very cheap. Italy, the real estate is very cheap, right? And I see a lot of Americans, not even people with like celebrity type money, like
No.
retired teachers, police officers are the folks I'm seeing on HGTV buying like really, really nice homes and retiring into these places. So it's not something we want to take for granted. But yeah, November, there's a lot of things that's going to be happening here. Ice shows, ice castles. So, when I'm home, the things that I like to do around the holiday season, we like to go to different plays. This is when we take more interest in museums.
Mm.
We want to go to the theater, check out musicals. My husband and I, my family, we like to check out Black theater artists. One of my friends, Megan, her mom, Greta Oglesby, is a renowned theater actor, and she, did her, like, I don't even know how you call it. It's her life in a play, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Year. It was awesome. And so Megan always keeps me in tune with what's going on in the theater, as much as I'm a part of. I subscribe to Guthrie and Ordway and all these theaters. I subscribe to them, and so they're always sending me things in the mail to let me know what's playing. The Penumbra Theater, you'll find a lot of Black plays happen at the Penumbra Theater. So those are the things, like, I like to look forward to for the holidays as well, right? Been trying to catch the Nutcracker for years, and it's not cheap. So hopefully this year, I'll finally get to go see the Nutcracker on Ice, the play. Go check that out. The Winter Ice Castle. It was in Maple Grove. It moves around, but I think they found a home for it at the state fairgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna look out for that. But those are the kind of things that I like to do. During these November month and holiday months.
And you brought up a great point about the theater scene. I think like live theater, I don't think it's something a lot of us now, a lot of folks in our community explore much, man. But those as like some of the storyline, some of the plays be very, very interesting, right? It's like it, those things be. I mean, if you have never attended one, I'm glad Miss B brought this up. You should find time to attend one, right? Because some of these plays, especially live plays, it be so interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I prefer them to, right, sometimes even to like a movie, right? Because like the
Oh yeah.
storyline, they play the actors, the actor is a man. It's like it's. I mean, if you have not checked it out, man, I would say check it out, right? It's like and it's not only Minneapolis, right? I mean, like New York has a great theater scene.
Yes.
Every city in this country have a
Yes.
great theater scene. And to Miss B point, right, there's a time of the year they be putting out all these great, great plays, right? It's like a lot of great plays be out there. So check it
Yes,
out.
please, please. I literally flew, and my phone reminded me. I was in New York 2 years ago in November. Flew out to New York to go check out Jaja's African hair salon play, and it was a great, great play. All Black everything, Black cast, Black writer, and it just talks about Jaja, this beauty salon that was in New York, right? And it told you the story about the different stylists that were in the salon. It was
Mm-hmm.
just really, really, really great play. So yeah, I can fly out to a state to go and check out a play. Treat yourself. New York in the holidays is really, really good as well too, to visit New York during the holidays. A lot can be happening in New York. I'm not like somebody who would want to live in New York, but I love to visit New York as a tourist and be able to check out great things. Be right in the midst of it. It's a little bit pricey, but it'll be worth it, because that's the one place, New York and DC, I don't tend to rent a car. I don't
Oh,
tend to rent a car.
you
No.
don't need a car in New York. If you do that, I mean, I don't know about DC, right? Because like, I mean, the DMV area is huge, right? If you just want
Yeah.
to be in DC, but the DMV area is huge and you want to check it out. But New York, whoever goes to New York and rent a car, I mean, I don't know. Where are you even gonna where are you
Good
even gonna
luck.
park? Where are you even gonna park it?
Exactly.
Where are you even gonna
Exactly.
park?
But
Okay, so
we were in DC. I'm not that I think about it. We did rent a car, but we didn't really get to use the car because we were downtown. We stayed at the JW in downtown DC, but we ended up renting those Lime bikes, those scooters and bikes.
mm-hmm,
I'll tell you
mm-hmm,
the bike
mm-hmm.
story in a little bit. But the bike that rented that bike was expensive. I think it cost more for one day of the bikes. We spent $100 renting those things. Then our rental car cost us basically, it ended up being the same price of the rental car. I'm like, what? This thing cost the price of our rental car. But yeah, we didn't really need the car, because if you go to a major city and you really stay in their downtown area, you'll be connected to everything.
Yeah.
And we went to New York and we actually took the subway. I know it's kind of icky or whatever, but the kids, it was an experience with them. The kids liked it. Oh, my niece missed out on that one. But yeah, I took the Diva, and I took the two older divas to New York. Remember? I took
Yeah,
them to
yeah.
New York. And they rode the train. It was kind of fun to them. They rode the subway. It was kind of fun to them, and we didn't need a rental car. And then we left, like you said, the good thing about the East Coast, we left New York and went to Providence. and we took a train from New York to Providence, right? And they enjoyed it. It's like, oh, they had never been on the Amtrak train before.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
yeah, they got to be in the little cabin area or whatever. And it's like, oh, we should do this again. So I've been promising them that. And so that's something we should probably definitely plan another opportunity and then take the little one with us to she'll like the train experience too. Like take a train, take your family, rent Amtrak, you guys. Even take the train from Minnesota to Chicago, right? Will be like a fun experience, you know?
Yeah, if you actually take the Amtrak to the
Yeah,
countryside, this country is beautiful. The rest of them will
yeah,
just be flying over it. You know, it's beautiful. If you take an Amtrak and ride in a countryside, man, you will lot of good scenery. You know, it's like this country to me is a beautiful country with everything else. If you go to the countryside, that's when you can say, man, there's some really great germs, some beautiful places out there that you can explore, that you can see. So yeah, the Amtrak thing you brought, that's a good one, right? Take the
yeah,
Amtrak, right? It's not only in New York, on the East Coast. Amtrak travel over this country, right? There's one from here to
everywhere.
Chicago, to North Dakota, to wherever you want to go. You know, don't do it now as a means of transport. If you just want to explore, right, little, mini vacation or any vacation you want to do, right, just take that and see the countryside, man. It's beautiful. These small towns, be beautiful, right? It's I tell you that, no doubt, no doubt.
And you
Yeah,
can splurge a little, get your own little cabin or what do they call them in there with a bed somewhere to sleep, you know. They have different carts on the train where you can go. There's a dining cart where there's a restaurant. We had even though I was just a half a day, it wasn't even half a day, a couple hours train ride because it was from New York to Providence and they're all right by
mhm.
each other. But yeah, there were different carts where there was food area and then we had like our own little area and then they got business class and so there's different parts of the train you can sit in depending on your your comfort that you're looking for. You can find it in a train ride.
And it's not that expensive, actually.
No,
It's not
it's
like compared to an airline ticket, it's cheaper.
no. Yeah, exactly. Like the cost of one first class ticket probably could pay for you and your family of four
Yeah,
to have your own cabin or whatever. But yeah, it's nice. So
yeah.
those are some things you guys can do in this November month, November vibes. The kids are going to be off for school for a week. Hopefully, you've taken some time off to plan your vacation. And just think how exhausting Thanksgiving dinner can be sometimes, though. Yeah, we're happy to see the family, but it's a lot of work. You clean for the people before they come, and then you got to clean when they.
I'm
Yeah, that's why I
sorry.
stopped like entertaining and said, let me go to other people's house and be entertained because it's a lot of work to entertain you.
And sometimes it takes a week, right, to be planning for that. You gotta say, okay, what am I gonna cook? And then Thanksgiving, you gotta spend all day cooking, and have to say afterwards cleaning and things like that. Yeah, I mean, the host is always a work. There's always a lot of work,
It
And this
is
time of
a
the
lot
year,
of work.
become really stressful for a lot of people because family. I mean, family is important, right? If you have to spend, is maybe the only time of the year where family come together, right? This time Thanksgiving and Christmas is where the family gather. So if you are hosting this year, whether it's turkey, chicken, or ham, make sure make sure which one is you? Are you the turkey, the ham? Anyway, you are vegetarian,
Uh,
right? So sorry,
yes,
sorry.
none of the above.
Okay, okay. Not even chicken. Not even chicken. I mean, vegetarian don't do chicken.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
no meat. No meat, eh? All right. I thought no meat. Nothing. I mean, this. I mean, don't you
the
do like
question you asked me just now is like equivalent to me asking you, are you a Republican?
okay. Okay.
No,
But
I'm
anyway,
not eating chicken. Oh my gosh, I don't even
yeah.
miss it. Not at
Mm.
all. Um,
They have chicken. They have chickens. I mean, they have chicken salad. I mean, you don't do that either. It's strictly the salad. Yeah, okay. I don't know how you do it, but vegetarian, I don't know how you do it. Right? It's
Oh,
like
like I make good salads. When I make the salads, I take them to the dinner because sometimes that's what I have to do. I have to make my food and take it with me to guarantee I'm gonna have something there to eat. And then I bring it, and then the people eat all my food. I'm like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Oh, but it tastes so nice. I said, do you realize there's no meat in there, right? You guys make every single thing here with meat. Everything has. If they could put meat in the pie, they would. No, Africans, everything must have meat. Even and they make meat pie. You're right. So even pie has meat in it technically because they make meat pie. And I'm like,
Okay.
you guys could easily put vegetables in that meat pie. You could put some onions, you put your tomatoes, you put your mushrooms in that meat pie, and it'll be just as good. Well seasoned, you saute it, everything, and you put it in that meat pie, and it'll be just as good without the meat. But no, my salad, my list salad, I can make a mean salad. And so they eat it. I said, oh, this salad is nice.
Okay, folks. So now we are discussing November vibes, Entertainment Monday, entertainment culture, and what's hot this month. Obviously, as a Thanksgiving as the biggest one. Movies. And the other thing I hear, right, Paul McCartney. I know for those who believe in old school, Paul McCartney is touring. I think he has already been to Minnesota. I think if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
really?
I think so. I think he has already been to Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. He was at US Bank Stadium. But Paul McCartney is on tour this he's touring a
Yes.
couple of cities this month. So if you are into that old school thing, the Beatles thing, you can check him out.
Will be
Uh,
in Chicago, uh,
yeah.
24th and the 25th. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, yep. It's gonna be on a weekend as well. So check it out. It's like those
As
are
we're
the
talking about rock bands, I watch in month. It's a good. The holidays is when people catch up on their movies. I watched
I was
great
gonna bring that up.
documentary.
Yeah. So go that
Motley
right.
Crue.
Mm-hmm.
Motley Crue is on Netflix. Is it Netflix or one of them? Motley Crue. What? Yeah, they lived a life. When you talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, they created sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Like
Wow.
every they didn't even care about the fame and they didn't care about the money. They cared about the partying. It was literally success to them was being able to party and be destructive, have as much drugs as they wanted, and party and drugs and drugs and party. They didn't care that they wasted all their money on partying and drugs. But I really did. But behind all of that, there was a story to them. The singers of that band. That band was Tommy Lee. I don't know if people are familiar with Tommy Lee, who was once married to Pamela Anderson, and also married to Heather Locklear. I don't know if you guys know about these famous white people that I know about because sometimes I used to watch TV with my mom, so all the old soap operas and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have time, it's a really good documentary. If you're into rock bands, because they talk about because of them, you have Bon Jovi, you have what's his name, Ozzy Osbourne is in the documentary as well, and you just see how all these rock bands were so interconnected, and they just simply started because a group of punk hair white boys decided
Mm-hmm.
to just grab some instruments and literally start banging them, and just overnight became successful, right? I mean, packing stadiums with 20,000 people, I think their very first show, and then 100,000 people are coming to see these shows. Same thing like the Beatles. So,
Mm-hmm.
this is the time for concerts, plays, and movies.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm glad you brought the movie thing out. Great movies be coming out. Even some of the old school movies, man, you watch it like Fridays and stuff like this. There's a best time for movies. If you are into the movie thing, not only movie in theaters, right? And now with Netflix, I know Netflix be putting things out there. All of these streaming platforms, I know they're gonna come up with great movies if you like been watching and stuff like that. So actually the holiday season in America is a great time for movies. Great time for movies, for theaters, for
Guess
traveling, for concert. I mean, everything else.
guess what old school shows we watched yesterday?
Which one? Which one?
Godfather 1 and 2. And those
Oh wow,
movies are 3 hours long. Yes. My
and it can
husband.
never get, but it can never get old though.
Oh my gosh.
It
We
can never
watched
get
all of
old.
them from beginning to one. I mean,
They
from
can never
beginning,
get.
and
They
they could
can never
not
get.
get old. So
No,
to the point where I was Googling, is the Godfather a true story? It is not a true story. It comes from a book. I think the book was written in 1969. And then the movie came out. Francis Coppola did the movie. Marlon Brando's in that movie. It's like some of the people who are in that movie got their starts there. Robert De Niro,
hmm hmm
Al Pacino is in that movie. Joseph Kahn is in that movie. Marlon Brando, of course. Marlon Brando comes from the James Dean era of movies. But yeah, and then we didn't stop there. Guess what else we went and watched? We were on Tubi. We're watching Tubi last night. We
Whoa.
watched Gladiator, the original Gladiator with Russell Crowe, and then we finally fell asleep.
Well, great time for movies, folks.
Great time for
You don't
movies.
have to go to the movie theater, right? There's so
Oh,
many old ones out there, especially as soon as Christmas, no, as soon as Thanksgiving is over, right? They have this. I think it's on Hallmark, or it used to be Lifetime Hallmark or something. 21 Days of Christmas, isn't it?
yes,
21.
yes.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, they be showing different, all of the Christmas classic,
All
right?
the Christmas,
All of
um,
the Christmas movie, right? Is like some great classic. I mean, it's like
Home
back in the day.
Alone, Home Alone one.
Exactly. Oh man, that one can never get old for folks, right? It's like Home Alone, right? It's like one of the best Christmas movie ever. I mean, even for our culture, right? It's like Fridays, man, with with what's his name? Ice Cube,
Yes.
and there's like these guys,
I don't know
man.
which Friday it is, but yeah, with Mike Epps,
Mike Epps,
where
yeah.
Santa
Isn't
Claus.
Mike Epps in every one of them or no?
Yeah, Mike Epps is in every one of them outside
Yeah.
of the very first one. So the very
Okay.
first one was Chris Tucker, and when Chris Tucker didn't come back to the ones after that, Ice Cube realized that he needed to have comedians because Chris
Mm,
Tucker was a comedian, and so
yeah.
since then he would have Mike Epps, he would have Cat Williams, in his Friday movies. But the Christmas one where Santa Claus, Debo, whatever, kept stealing people's gifts on Christmas Eve. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, great time for movies, great time for travel. If you're traveling, start making plans now because hey, except you are driving, but tickets be expensive. Plan ahead, do it early, book your airline ticket. If the government is not still shut down, hopefully there'll be no delays for you. But
I know.
man, right? November is busy month, entertainment. And I know like the only concert the other back in the day, right? Used to have our folks, like these promoters be talking about it. They used to be doing some folks things around here, around the holidays. Now you don't hear our promoters don't be doing nothing, man. The whole promoter
Oh,
vibe is dead. I don't know
it
what's going on with
is.
them. They are not
It
bringing
is.
actors this time because this time of the year, right? It's like nothing. Because sometimes like folks like I don't know when's the last time Jumbo or even or Purple Rose brought like an artist,
Oh, he
here.
did
It's like
have somebody last weekend.
that was not a musician. I saw that. I
What
saw
was that
something.
guy? Who was
I
that
think
guy?
it was an influence. He was an influence. He's an influencer, I think. Influence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's an I think either he works out or something. He was an influencer. He was in town. But it's like back in the day, they used to bring these entertainers, to town. Now, man, all of the promoters are just promoting these clubs, but you got to bring some heavyweights in town, guys, to entertain us, to entertain, man. It's like, there's up and coming artists where they don't need like the armory, like the way you have the
Yeah,
video, and they are up and coming artists. Check them out, bring them in town, and promote them. Even some of your local Liberian artists or local Nigerian or Ghanaian, you know what I mean? So bring some of these folks, and entertain us. But you guys not doing much like back in the day, right? The Jimmy Yorks, you guys used to bring folks in town.
I know.
Now, none of these things are happening everywhere, though. All of the promoters around America, all of the African promoters, they have ceased to exist, basically.
You're right, man. Those were the days. We used to have even the award shows. We don't even have the award shows anymore.
It's
You know,
like the whole scene, the
African
scene has
Girls
gotten.
Rock, there was LEA, there was all these award shows that none of that is happening anymore.
And this is the best time to actually, utilize those things, right? With the age of social media, you can easily promote these events. You can actually pack a hall. You can make money out of it. I don't know why they give up on it, but I think it is the best time to just bring because even some of the artists, right? Because that's where artists make their money, right? They want to, I mean, through tours or through concerts and things like that. All the time, I've been hearing about Jumbo. I don't know when the last time Jumbo ever brought an artist. To
No.
be honest with you, I know it's a
The
small spot, but
back in the day when these things were happening was such an influx of things happening, and some people was like, oh, because I'm doing it, everybody's doing it, but people were going to all their events,
people
were
are
going
still
to,
growing. Yeah, people are still growing.
and then all of a sudden when it's decided to die, everything died. Like I think the last LEA was 2021, where it
Mm.
was this bad storm, and people was like, oh, it's COVID, why are you still having it? But here it is now, they miss it, right? um and that night, that year, even with the snowstorm and everything, it was like record numbers people attended. Then the following year is when he decided, oh, he's going to take it to Liberia and took it. And
You
since he
need
took it to Liberia,
you need these things in a community, though, right? As I said, right, it's like we need a vibrant community, right? It's that we are getting the community is growing, right? The African immigrant community is growing in this country. We need vibrancy, right? Whether it's entertainment, whether it's politics, business, whatever you think about, man, we need a vibrant community. As I always say, this is where we live. If we can't entertain ourselves here, if we can't grow wealth here, if we can't do things here, where are we gonna? We want to wait until to go back home to do it. Doesn't make sense to me, Miss B. This is where we live, right? Every weekend, I want to probably look forward, maybe once a week or maybe once a month. It's like, hey, this artist is coming to town or whatever.
so imagine an award show in this age of all these podcast show hosts.
Coming together, right? It's like that would be fun. That
It
would be
would
fun, right?
be hilarious. Like
It will.
who would you give the award to, and what would be the categories?
But here's the thing, though, like the best. I mean, I don't know the like. If you say the best man woman show, right? It's a see, I will carry that title any day. Or the best gossip show, right? See, I would take that title any day. I know, like I've hear university conversation though. I'm not very.
I need to talk to my folks. We need to bring an award show
You
in
guys need to do.
in
You
the
guys need
era of all these podcasts.
all the
We need,
podcasts, all these
yeah,
bloggers, all these dramas be going on. Man, as it's
and then
like
reality shows. Life with Scrubs. Maybe we do a honoring the original reality show people, the women of Brooklyn Park Heat, the cast of Brooklyn Park Heat. Remember Brooklyn Park Heat?
I
Oh,
I don't remember
that
that.
I will find the link to that and I will send it to you so you can watch the trauma that unfolded on that. But yeah, so I think November is a great month for us. Imagine, because we have July 26th, and that's when we know for sure, Liberians will be in our state in the month of July. But imagine November, right? It's the holidays, it's Black Friday weekend, and we should have like an award show, an award ceremony. That's the best time to do it. I mean, it would just be hot. Maybe next year, 2026, we'll see something
No,
happening on the horizon. I
it,
don't even know if we do the all black in November anymore. Maybe Jumbo will.
nothing be happen. Not I don't think anything be happening. I'm not sure, but I don't think anything be happening. Right, all the things that used to happen back in the days. None of these things be happening anymore. And as I said, right, it's like the community is all over. It's there. You don't hear a lot of things because like this is the age of social media, right? If these things are happening, you're gonna hear about them. You're gonna actually hear about them, right? I mean, someone gonna promote them, but you don't see them anymore. So obviously, yeah. Cycle Podcast will bring these great ideas. You guys should do it, man. Promoters out there, man, do something. Maybe Miss B gonna reach out to you guys. Do something. Bring a entertainment, bring a wall show, bring something, bring maybe. I mean, even used to have that all white. I used to be one of the big thing, right? Is that everyone be
They're
get
all white and then all black. So
okay,
May Memorial Weekend was the all white, and then
okay,
Black Friday weekend was the all black. So I don't know what happened to that.
yeah. So anyway, guys, but that's it, man. It's a 1 hour show, November vibe.
Oh
A lot
wow.
of things out there, right? A lot of gems out there. A lot of as I
Yeah.
said, and don't forget the Bonner concert, Black Friday. Miss B said, save your Black Friday money and go support Bonner Ball.
And
You
go
know,
buy your Burna Boy ticket. It's gonna be
yeah,
worth it. And
yeah.
just again, Purple Rain, the play is gonna be out running October 16th to November 23rd at the
That's
State
the
Theater.
Prince. That's the Prince play, right? It's about
Yes.
Prince, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
It's
Yeah, I
a
heard about that. Yeah.
Broken stage adaptation of Prince film and album. So yeah, it's happening. It's been starting since the 16th, but it runs till November 23rd. So go check that out. It's at the State Theater. But it's like I said, it's holiday season, it's plays, it's movies, it's concerts. So just Google and figure out what's happening. Phantom of the Opera is going to be happening at the Orpheum Theater. That runs November 21st to December 7th. Go and check out this Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That is a family-friendly one. And that starts November 4th. That starts tomorrow. It runs all the way until January 4th, folks. Go check it out.
And the same thing happening in Minneapolis here in the Twin Cities here, right? It's happening all over this country, right? There are great
Yep.
theaters saying like in places like Dallas, in Philadelphia, New York. New York is is the theater capital of the world, right? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Broadway is there, right? Broadway is the number one, and then versus everything else.
Oh, you
So,
made it when you're on Broadway.
oh yeah, when you are actor, I mean, even like folks that go on to go to the big screens, right? Sometimes they get that stuff from Broadway.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So when you make it on Broadway, me, you have made a big league. So,
Yes, you
right
have.
now, yeah, yeah. Right now, with folks, Miss B, man. Last word for the folks out there.
Enjoy this time with your family, right? Be grateful, like Abraham said. This is the month, it's almost the end of the year. Take this time to be grateful, be thankful, and start planning, planning for 2026. So take care of yourself, take care of families, and enjoy the holidays.
That's right. Entertain yourself. Be grateful. Have gratitude. You have come this far. So keep it up. But it's been a great show, right? We'll see you guys back here tomorrow with another great one. This week is going to be great. We have a special guest on Thursday that's coming up. So and then Miss B and I will be back again Wednesday for business segment because it's going to be a great one. So man, 5 days a week we are here entertaining you. And then the girls always ended up with social Friday. That'd be Pappy. So, but thank you so much for joining us tonight, and you all have a great night.
Join the
Good night, everyone.
conversation, let's set the tone. In a circle podcast where love is well known.